Welcome to this episode of Just Lovely Living, where we create the atmosphere for you to celebrate your grace, beauty, and style. I'm your host, Tanya D. Bryant, and today we are south of Atlanta in McDonough, Georgia. And we're going to be talking about maintaining your car. So we're going to take a look at a business that is mobile that will come out and service you. So let's get started.
I want to play some.
We are here with Renee Floyd, and we're going to get to know about her and her business and all the good things that she has to offer us. I just wanted to share with you how Renee and I met. We met at a networking group, WVI.
Yes.
And it's a women's group for veteran women, and that's how we met. And I think something about connecting with other women that's been in the military, we create this bond, and it seems like we've kept in touch all this time. That's been quite a few years now, at least three or four.
3 years.
About 3 years ago, we met, and we encourage each other in our businesses. Renee actually helped me out with one of my pitching contests that I had entered into. So she helped me out to navigate all of that. And then also navigating the veteran world. So with disability and all the benefits that we have, she's helped me out with that as well. So I so appreciate our connection and our friendship that we have created over the years. So I really do thank you for just being there for me as a fellow veteran sister. So I thank you so much, Renee.
You're
that.
welcome.
Yes.
You're welcome. And thank you for being receptive.
Yes.
And thank you for, taking action on the information that was shared.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So thank you, Renee, for this interview and sharing you and your business. So tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into the business side of it.
Okay. And thank you for having me,
Yes.
on your channel. To say a little bit about who I am, I am a mother, a wife, a grandmother, and I am a veteran.
Okay.
I spent 21 years in the United States Army. I retired in January 2007.
Okay.
While I was in the military, I was a mechanic. And after retiring out of the military, I decided to use what I was doing in the military to create a job for myself.
Wow.
And that's how I became a small business owner.
Well, that's exciting.
Thank you.
So you actually love what you do if you were doing it in the military and you decided to continue on with that.
Yes. Well, I always loved it. The entire time I was in, it's what I did. I stayed in, worked in the motor pool the entire 21 years I was in the military. And recently I had an experience where I realized that I really, really, really do love what I do. My robot for my swimming pool, the belts broke on it.
Okay.
And I was down in the boat room and I was taking the belts off, and I realized that all day I was excited to get back to that robot to repair it. I left out and went grocery shopping.
Okay.
And when I came back from grocery shopping, my mind wasn't on cooking dinner. I immediately put the bags down on the counter and went straight down to the boat room and started working on that robot. And I realized, I really love what I do, and I was really enjoying repairing that robot.
Wow.
So yes.
So what does that robot do? That sounds interesting.
It's a cleaner for the swimming pool.
Okay.
So once you vacuum it, there's usually some small particles left in the pool, and the robot just goes around and it picks up those small particles.
How did you get started in your business?
Well, it started actually in May of 2005
Okay.
when I had returned from Iraq. I was right at the it was right close to time for me to retire. I had not been in long enough to actually retire, but I've been in entirely too long to just quit and get out.
Okay.
I didn't want to do any more tours. I felt that I had been away from my family long enough.
Right.
And so knew that once I retired, I had to do something. And so I was just kind of pondering and kicking things around as to what I would do when I retire. And what I realized is that working on vehicles was something that I loved.
Okay.
But I knew I had to find something that I could do by myself, something that wouldn't take a lot of money to start up with.
Okay.
And what I realized was that on a daily basis, the one thing that we did was change oil. And so I knew, like, okay, changing oil is going to be pretty simple, something I can I could start out by myself. And then I realized that I need to find a niche. Well, what I did realize was that sometimes we had a hard time getting bays available just to change oil.
Okay.
And I realized, like, wow, if I could just take the oil out to the vehicles, that would work. That would have resolved issues for me there in the military. But I just took that and flipped around and said, oh, why don't I just do a mobile oil changing company?
Okay.
And that's how I came up with the concept of just starting American Oil Changes.
And it's so convenient for someone to come out to you to change your oil instead of you going out to them, waiting in line, waiting for other customers. You get this personalized service at your front door, basically.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. We deliver, what we do here in American Oil Changes is that we deliver dealer quality car care services directly to our customers.
Okay.
That makes their lives much easier, and we enjoy doing it.
Awesome. Well, I want you to share with us the vehicle that you use. So I want you all to take a look at her operation right here, which I love the truck. So we're going to turn this around so you can see that as well. So let's get started with the demonstration.
Okay. Again, when I started my company, I needed to make it easy enough so that I could work by myself. So I put together a system. I have an oil vac system here that consists of a 60-gallon used oil tank as well as 2 fresh oil tanks. And when the way the company works is a customer will go on our website or they will call us. They will schedule an appointment. We'll confirm the appointment. We go to the customer's locations, either they work or they're home. And once we're there, we set up our operation. It makes it much easier for us to come right in, set up, get the oil change done, collect the payment, and get out of the customer's hair. So it's just that easy. It's just a 1, 2, 3 operation. Just plain, simple, and easy.
What type of cars do you service?
Well, we service passenger cars as well as light and medium passenger trucks. So we're not servicing the 18-wheelers as of yet, but that'll be coming in the future.
Now, what other services besides the oil change that you offer?
We do on-site tire rotations. We do windshield wiper blade replacements, air filter replacements as well. Now, we don't just go out to a place just to replace a set of wiper blades or just do a tire rotations. Those are all services that we do when the customer coordinates for an oil change to be conducted.
You know how that service light comes on? Are you able to adjust that after you finish your services?
Yes. When the vehicle is recommended for tire rotation, always refer the customer to their owner's manual. The owner's manual tells the customer exactly when tires need to be rotated. But however, I always recommend to the customers that every 3rd oil change, they would have their tires rotated. As the seasons go by and the winter comes upon us, I would recommend that the customer paid great attention to the windshield wiper blades. As you know, the frost will start coming upon us. The customers really need to make sure that their wiper blades are serviceable so that they can keep their windshields clear to avoid any accidents. I also recommend, again, the tires to be checked, the thread in the tires to be checked so that they're not riding on worn tires, which will cause the vehicles to slide more during the winter time. As well as, I recommend that the customers also take their vehicles in to have the fluids checked, such as the antifreeze. We're coming into the winter times. We need to make sure that we've got the proper antifreeze and or coolant in our vehicles to ensure that it's not rusted, that it needs to be replaced. If it needs to be flushed, by all means recommend you have it flushed and replaced with new fluid so that it wouldn't cause any freezing or cracking of any parts in the engine. One final tip I'd like to offer to the audience is to definitely check your headlights. Your headlights are very important, not just only in the wintertime, but anytime you're driving after dusk. Check your headlights to make sure both of them are working properly. Make sure both of them are lighting at the same. A lot of time customers will have just one headlight replaced, and then that will allow one headlight to shine brighter than the other. But I would recommend always replacing those at the same time so that the lights are shining evenly. Also, with the headlights, we want to make sure that the lights are adjusted properly. And it's simple to just check that. I always recommend, say if you're parked in front of a storefront, a glass storefront, you can turn on your headlights and look to see if your lights are shining even. You don't want them to be uneven like that. That means when you're driving that a light is shining this way and one is down here, which causes a deflection for the oncoming traffic. So just get your lights adjusted so they are both evenly shining.
So there you have it. Renee shared with us some wonderful tips to help you service your vehicle. And I want you to be able to reach out to Renee. So I'm going to post all of her information down below so that you can make your own appointment to have your car serviced. So I thank you, Renee, for doing this interview with us and sharing all those great tips so that we know how to keep our car serviced and safe on the road, especially those tires while on the road. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, Tanya. I'm Renee Floyd. I am the CEO and founder of American Oil Changers, and we bring the change to you.
This episode was brought to you by Just Lovely Lipstick, a moisturizing, multi-use lipstick line made with natural oils. If you would like to be a guest or sponsor an episode, please reach us at info@justlovelylipstick.com. That's info@justlovelylipstick.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe.